She lost respect because you forgot these 9 boundaries where respect was lost. Welcome back to Ancient Stoic Secrets, the space where modern men rebuild quiet strength and grounded presence. Let me ask you, has a woman ever pulled away and you didn't know why? Somber, the texts slowed, the eye contact faded, the warmth vanished. It wasn't because you weren't kind enough. It was because you started softening in all the wrong places. You didn't lose her love. You lost her respect. And respect doesn't disappear in loud arguments. It fades silently. In every small moment you chose peace over principle. But not anymore. Today we'll reclaim the 9 boundaries that rebuild your edge, without noise, without chasing. Direct subscribe now. Let's begin. 1. Never reward disrespect. Serious disrespect never kicks down your door. Descriptive. It creeps in, a sarcastic joke, an eye roll, a cold shoulder after you say no. You brush it off, tell yourself it's nothing. Pointed, but every silent shrug teaches her, your standards are bendable. Emphatic. She's not testing your mood, she's testing your spine. Concerned, and when you don't correct it, she feels it. This man won't protect his dignity, so how could he protect her peace? Calm. You don't need to yell. Firm. Just say, calmly, that's not okay with me, and mean it. Assertive. Respect isn't earned, it's enforced, moment by moment. Disapproving, a woman can't admire a man who dissolves to keep the peace. 2. Guard your peace like a kingdom. Emphatic. Peace isn't gifted, it's guarded. Observational. Most men leak peace slowly, through endless apologies, drama-filled texts, late-night scrolling through noise. Tired. You wake up tired, not from work, but from distraction. Analytical. A man with no peace is easily provoked, always explaining, constantly reacting. Thoughtful, but stillness? Emphatic. Stillness is powerful. Firm. You say no, without guilt. Confident. You leave messages unanswered, not out of arrogance, but alignment. Knowing. Women feel it instantly. Observational. They sense when you're anchored, when your time has weight. Relieved. If she tests that center and it holds, she exhales sharply. Exhales calm, because now she doesn't have to lead. She can relax. Profound. That is peace. Emphatic. And peace is the rarest form of masculine power. 3. Master the art of strategic silence. Direct vulnerability isn't oversharing. Clarifying. It's controlled openness. Skeptical. You think telling her every fear, every trauma, every crack makes you real. Warning. But too much too soon turns you into her project, not her partner. Emphatic. She doesn't want to carry your pain. She wants to trust your strength. Mystery is the oxygen of attraction. Reassuring. You don't need to be distant, firm, just disciplined. Instructive. Offer glimpses, not downloads. Answer with enough to intrigue, not enough to end the story. Let her lean in, not to fix you, but to explore you. When you share everything, she stops wondering. When you hold your depth like treasure, she draws closer. 4. Own emotions without letting them own you. A man who reacts to every shift becomes predictable. She pulls away, you chase. She rolls her eyes, you explain. You think you're being honest. She sees a man led by emotions. That's not strength. That's volatility. Stoic men feel deeply, but they respond with choice, not impulse. You don't shut down, you breathe, assess, decide. Hold your fire until it cools into clarity. Women test not to manipulate, but to see. Is this man stable? Is he safe to lean on when life storms? If every poke makes you flinch, there's no center to rest on. Stillness isn't numb. It's strength that knows when to speak. 5. Stop negotiating your standards. Every time you lower your bar to keep her, she sees it. You say you want honesty, then excuse her lies. You say you need respect, then accept sarcasm. Each moment your word fractures. You're not being flexible, you're being forgettable. She doesn't want a man who molds to her moods. She wants a man who holds his line with calm confidence. If your standards collapse when tested, she'll keep testing. Not because she's cruel, but because she needs to feel your edge. Let her feel it. The right woman will rise to meet you. The wrong one will leave. Both are blessings. 6. Never apologize for masculine energy. Masculinity has been branded too much, too intense, too assertive, too grounded. So men shrink. They soften their tone, blur their stance, hide their ambition, and in doing so, they disappear. But women don't want a man who blends in. They want a man who stands out, not by volume, but by presence. Your masculine energy isn't aggression, it's focus. It's the calm no, the steady gaze, the silence that commands a room. Don't apologize for it. Own it. And watch how the right woman leans in, not out. Masculinity doesn't push her away, it gives her space to rest in her feminine. 7. Be unavailable to nonsense. Thoughtful. The modern world wants your attention, and it doesn't care if it empties you. Calmly. Most men give too freely. They explain themselves to strangers, argue with comments, say yes out of guilt. Firmly. But presence without purpose is just performance. Assertively. A stoic man filters his time. He doesn't answer every call. He doesn't reply to chaos. He lets people misunderstand him because he knows clarity doesn't beg to be believed. Thoughtful. Audit your energy, questioning, does this protect my peace or poison it? Resolutely. If it poisons, release it, no apology needed. Emphatically, your life is your gate, not everyone gets access. Calmly. 8. Embrace the power of stillness. Stillness doesn't mean passivity. Thoughtful. It means you don't move just because emotions tell you to. When she withdraws, you don't chase. When things go quiet, you don't fill the silence with panic. Reflective. Stillness holds space, and in that space, truth reveals itself. Observing. Women test the man's core by leaning into his silence. Questioning. Does he fold or does he remain? Hive. Most men scramble. Firmly. But the stoic waits. He responds on his terms. Confident. In a noisy world, stillness is charisma. You don't need to prove value, you radiate it. Be the calm she didn't know she was looking for. Resolutely. 9. Be willing to walk away. Thoughtful. Most men stay too long, jobs, relationships, friendships, because leaving is scary. Emphatically. But the man who can walk away is the man who commands everything. Not from threat, calmly. From self-respect. Firmly. When you say determined, I love you, but I won't betray myself for you, pauses, you shift gravity. People sense it. They either rise or fall away, and that's good. Assertively. Your soul is not a price tag. It's a boundary. Don't trade it for comfort. Don't kneel for love. Powerfully. Stand for truth. Even if it means standing alone. Inspirational. Because the man who chooses peace over comfort chooses to live free. Inspirational. Become the quiet storm. If this spoke to something inside you, comment below, firmly. I choose respect. Share this with a brother who forgot his worth. And if you're walking the stoic path, encouraging. Subscribe now, because this is where we build men who don't chase noise. We build men who lead in silence, who move the world without shouting, calmly. Until next time, emphatically, keep becoming the strongest version of you.